Um, oh, I forgot to clean the lens. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay, hold on. All right, that's better. Is what it is. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's better. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Make sure before you come here, you wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your face. Put cold water in your hair. It's better. It's better to be fresh. I can't stress it enough. It's better to be fresh, clean hands, clean your hands, wash your face, cold water, scrub it. You know what I'm saying? No, scrub it. It is what it is. It is what it is. My shirt's all jacked up. What the hell happened to it? It used to be a classy town. Now I'm not really reviewing this cigar, although I'll be reviewing this cigar, but I'm not going to be reviewing this cigar while I'm going to be reviewing this cigar. I'm just going to hang out with it. I've already had it. I already reviewed it. The question is, coming back to it, I get on camera, but I went back to it a few times, not on camera. And it's not like that. It wasn't like a weird. You just weren't here. We thought you didn't. But yeah, these were all sent by Joe, and so I already reviewed it. And I enjoyed it every time. I would tell you honestly, donated or sent for a review. It's something like you see me not like cigars. I pay with my own money, so you would think like I'm spending my own money. If I was a liar, I would at least lie there. Like, oh, I spent $20. It better be good. No, I'll tell you if I like it. I'll tell you if it's garbage, or I'll tell you if it has more negatives than positives. That being said, it is Sunday night, and we're just hanging out, having a blast. The Macanudo vintage, as well as I picked up some whiskey. It's kind of popular. You probably heard of it, and it's also nobody cares, but it's a classic. I like things that are classic because there's a reason why they're still around. I definitely would say it's a mid-tier whiskey. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon, but there's nothing wrong with it unless you're going to be a snob. And that's the maker's mark. Um, and when I say mid-tier, I mean by today's standards, you could say mid-tier. This was 100 years ago when people were making stuff in their bathtub during Prohibition. Um, you'd be a rich man drinking Maker's Mark. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying, though? It is always what it is. And, well, that, something, let's see here. Why isn't this doing it? Oh, I think I need a knife. Do I have a knife? Because it's like wax. This is like wax. I think I do have a knife. Although it's like it's a little big for this. I mean, it's the right size for cutting a cigar. But we're going to see what happens. Yeah, we'll just get the show started, see who shows up. Oh, there we go. We're getting this thing going. There we go. Here we go. Nice, nice. Look at that. Look at that. That's has a sweet smell as I'm just slowly taking off the wax on this. Oh, nice. Okay. Here we go. Here. Dun, 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 dun. Hmm. That smells nice. It smells nice. That smells very nice. I haven't had Maker's Mark in a long time, but it is what it is. 45% alcohol by volume. It is what it is. Cheers. Maker's Mark and a Macanudo. Maker of the Macanudo. Hey, it is what it is. Cheers to you. Long, heavy finish, smoky, slightly sweet. Yeah, there's nothing bad to say about this. If you're in the realm of a mid-tier bourbon, who, who could talk shit about Maker's Mark? Like it's not garbage. It's it's a higher level than a regular Jim Beam. And then not that I'm against if you're drinking Jim Beam on the rocks or whatever. Like I'm not knocking that either. Like that's Americana, baby. Like I'm not gonna knock Jim Beam. And somebody might say Jim Beam is luxury for me. If you enjoy something, you enjoy something. Now, as far as putting whiskeys in a category, as far as tier by price, you could always do that. But some things are better than the price, just like cigars. So I paid only $10 for this little 200 milliliters. So how many ounces is that? Well, 750 is a regular bottle, which is around 33, 32 ounces, give or take. So this is almost 4 times smaller. So maybe this is about 9 ounces, right? Give or take. If it's like 32, 33 ounces for a 750, give or take, right? Give or take, right? And that's 750. So 3 times this. No. Well, basically 4 times this and minus a little because that made 800. So 4 times this. So this is 4 times smaller, 8 ounces. But then, so maybe it's about 9 ounces, right? Maybe it's like 9 ounces of whiskey. Well, I mean, hey, you could have a good day with that. You could go out all day, I guess, whatever. I don't even drink. I'm not even an alcoholic. Just relaxing. But it is what it is. Maker's Mark. Today was a good day. I was in Kentucky. I was in Kansas. This is Kentucky. I was in Kansas, and so it is what it is. And while I was in Kansas, I went to a gas station. And while I was at the gas station, I bought this. I bought this at a gas station in Kansas for I think it was like $17.99. That's high quality. That's very high quality. Now I did clean it up. I did clean it up, and I did wash it in hot water. I did clean it up and lubricate it, make it nice and protective film over it from corrosion, and then I did polish it up. I did polish it up uh, and do my couple of coats of polish. So, I mean, I would say that for a couple of dollars at a gas station, I mean, you can $17 in New York. You're not going to be getting a Bowie knife. So it is what it is. So we're going to cut this cigar. Um, make sure I got a good cut on that. So let's see here. Just, just a little bit, I think. I mean, they had swords. So they had swords for like $30, $40, $50. I decided I decided not to get a sword. Now this Macanudo Vintage Maduro, I forgot to look up the blend again. I might did on the original review, but it's a Maduro wrapper. Bottom line is you can look up all the stats on that. $18 in Kansas, right? It is what it is. What a deal! What a deal! Now these Macanudos are fantastic. That's a vintage Maduro. The wrapper's from 2013, so I mean you can't talk any garbage about that. That's an aged wrapper. It's a very high quality wrapper. Smells so sweet, very nice. Yeah, it is what it is. $18 in Kansas. There's nothing but corn. Very devout religious people, and I mean straight survival tools at a gas station. $18 in Kansas. You can't beat that. I mean, that's quality steel. It's got a full tank. So that's what it is. $18. Kansas. You are Rambo. Friendly people there. Friendly folk. It's what it is. All right. Soft, gentle heat, can't stress it enough. About to light up the wrong side of the cigar. Um, was it the whiskey? Or was it because I spent 7 hours in the car today with a chihuahua? I had a very long day. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. She's happy. The chihuahua's healthy. Soft, gentle heat. I can't stress it enough. Soft, gentle heat. Soft, gentle heat. It is what it is. Now, coming back to this story, I had a great joy. The looks of it's fantastic. I have nothing bad to say about it. And I think I might even have a better time this time around. It's relaxing. I needed this cigar more today. Yeah, look at that. I think this cigar is ready for love. It's ready for love. That's a beautiful cigar. That's a beautiful cigar. I got nothing bad to say about that cigar. Right now, it's medium plus off the bat. It has been out of the humidor for about 2 days. I did bring this with me to Kansas, um, but I ended up having the Camacho last night. So no Bovida, just had it in the cellophane, just in my pocket, in my jacket pocket, no damage. And just a road trip. I ended up having it there, so I'm having it now. What a delicious cigar! If you want a very dark, oily, thick, heavy wrapper with beautiful sweet flavor, well, look no further. Rich roasted nuts, slight bit of salt. Not like last night. Oh, last night's cigar. If you like salt, try that Camacho Nicaragua. Ask PG. So, anyways, beautiful dark chocolate, milk chocolate. Right now, I'm getting sweet, succulent milk chocolate. Nice, nice amount of nuttiness. Just a little bit of black pepper, very little bit of earth. A nice rich coffee note, coffee with milk. It's a very nice, oily, succulent, sweet cigar. Um, Not overpowering. You definitely tell it has age, but it's not a boring cigar. It has presence, and it's not whispery. Like it has presence, and it does build up. I've had it several times, and it does slowly build up. It's just like watching a nice, what's the word, a thriller where it's building up to the end. Um, you can enjoy this. It's never going to bore you. It's not an action movie. It's a thriller. Mm. Literally, the visual of this cigar, I picture a baking pan and someone making like a chocolate cake, and it's like right out the oven, and it's warm, hot chocolate cake, and it has some nuts on it, just a little bit of salt. Beautiful. It's a beautiful smelling cigar. It's a beautiful tasting cigar. Visually, the cigar looks very nice. And I don't lie. Like, if I would have bought this cigar or whether I got it for free from General, I would have told you the same thing. And also, if this cigar would have sucked, I would have told you that it sucked. Like, I don't lie. God is my witness. I will not lie to you when it comes to cigars. And I can't stress it enough. So the cigar is the winner. Off the bat, it's delicious. Medium plus. Finish right now is medium. If your cigar is not so wet, you will get nice oily smoke out. Look at the smoke on that. I mean, look at that, like a fog. When you have an oily wrapper, that will happen. Here we go. $12 to $13 at a lounge, cheaper online. So, in my opinion, this is like a high-end mid-tier cigar as far as the experience, and it's at a solid mid-tier price. $12 to $13 is like mid-tier pricing. So, but the cigar, it feels more like a high-end mid-tier cigar, more of a luxury mid-tier cigar. It's not quite at the Davidoff level, um, or not a Liga Number Nine, but that you're talking about like a Liga Number Nine is like the best cigar Jewish they can make. Now, Macanudo has higher levels, but you're going to pay more money. But within Macanudo, this is not a baseline. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with the regular Macanudo Maduro. But this is definitely a higher quality cigar, higher tier. Um, it's just beautiful. Medium plus, pick it up. No cedar, more of a charred wood. So nice, comfortable amount of charred wood. Very little salt, just a little bit. Rich gobs of milk chocolate. A little black pepper, a little bit of earth, and a nice coffee. I have nothing bad to say about that. Right now it's three-quarter darkness. Right now it's three-quarter darkness. This one is smoking very well, and this one definitely had more time since the first one I reviewed, and also had more time to dry out because I gave it 2 solid days of sitting out. Whereas the first one I reviewed, I think I just reviewed the day I got it. So this might have been a fairer representation of this cigar now, giving it time to rest after travel, and plus these cigars were in my Amazon aging room in the Amazon box for 2 weeks or something, and I didn't even know. Anyways, yeah, this was in my humidor, and then for the past 2 days, just let it just not be surrounded with excess moisture. So it is smoking so good. The smoke output on this is fantastic. You can't really tell right now. I haven't puffed in a while. I'm still, you see that? It's still, I don't know. You can't see that. My white hands. I'm a white man with a red face. Mm, that is beautiful. It's getting oily and buttery as well. At that point, the visual, if I can give you a visual, it almost reminded me of if you had a beautiful high end like Christmas popcorn, but the Christmas popcorn would had like chocolate drizzle on it, and it's slightly salted and buttery and oily. And then if you threw a little black pepper spice on that, but a very minimal amount, and you were drinking a nice coffee with a splash of milk, that's exactly what I'm tasting right now. I can't stress it enough. So that is within the realm of reality to have. So if you were having a chocolate drizzled popcorn, buttery, slightly salty, um, well, that's nice. And I got nothing bad to say about that cigar. And anyone that talks bad about the cigar is a liar. Now, if you want a cigar that's very mild, no. If you want a cigar that's very strong, no. If you want a cigar that has lots of dark spice, no. But this is a very well mannered, balanced cigar with beautiful sweetness and beautiful. It's almost like a nice holiday cigar. This would be nice after Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? No, or Thanksgiving Day. Who knows? If you're sitting there watching the parade, and you want a beautiful festive cigar, but you don't want to feel sick and smoke a very strong, let's say, Bajou or a very strong LFD, double Maduro, double Hero Maduro, early in the day. This will give you so much flavor, so much happy, joyous, chocolatey flavor with other things going on. It's not a cheap cigar, but it's not going to break the bank even at full price. And on the internet, you can definitely find better deals. But as far as just the quality on this, looking at the wrapper, looking at the construction, looking at the band, um, they Macanudo under General, they really for $13 and 2023 lounge price to give you a cigar that has very nice Connecticut broadleaf Maduro wrapper that's been aged properly for 10 years. Um, I mean, come on. I mean, come on. Make sure when you buy this, though, don't smoke it too wet. Very thick tobacco on the wrapper. Give it a day or two. You want to leave it this 2 days, leave it in the cellophane then. For 2 days, just leave it on your table or in a dry box. Just and the thing about dry boxing, it's a dry box if one or two cigars are in there. If you have like 20 cigars in a dry box, now it's like a sauna festival, and it's gonna take a lot longer to dry box because this all those cigars have all that moisture. Does that make any sense? So I guess you kind of, my opinion, I'd have a solitary confinement dry box or a monogamous dry box. I'd go with the monogamous dry box. We just have two cigars, and they can just work out their problems. But yeah, so this has been out for 2 full days in the cellophane though, and I'll tell you what, the performance on this is phenomenal. The Yeah, I'm gonna flat out. I'm having even a better, happier experience than the first time, and I loved it the first time. This is phenomenal. This is a phenomenal fucking cigar. I'm having this at full potential because it's operating at full potential. It's like a car with the tires rotating, good brakes, good rotors, good oil change. Uh, Maybe you add a little bit of that, I don't know, that Lucas oil or that seafoam stuff, the engine treatment. You splurged and you put in like 89, maybe 91. We're talking about a regular car here, but that car is just car wash, carpets vacuum, fresh air, freshener. The car is feeling fresh and nice, running nice, and it's a cool evening. Wow! So you got to do your part. A cigar can be made well, but if you cut it wrong and butcher it and unravels, that's on you. They can do their part, but if you don't use proper soft, gentle heat, that's on you. It goes out because you're not puffing right, or you're not rotating while you're smoking. That's on you. You're smashing the ash in the ashtray, and it's all jacked up. That's on you. Puffing too fast. That's on you. You got to watch the cigar. Smoking it too wet. That's on you. You, as a man, have to hold yourself accountable if you want to improve at anything you're doing in your life. Or just blame the manufacturer. Right? God gave you a critical mind so you can do critical things. So why not be a better cigar smoker? Be aware of what you're doing. Be aware of what you're doing. This thing is smoking like the top. Finish is getting longer. It's still medium strength finish, but a beautiful chocolatey nuttery. A chocolatey nutty finish, oily, buttery. What a delicious cigar. The flavor it's giving you is so really nice, really top tier flavor as far as the quality of the notes on this. The cigar is better than the price point, and I'm sure you can go online and probably get a little cheaper and buy the box. Buy the cigar, you get MSRP is $13. I don't know if it comes in any other sizes. You're gonna have to Google that. What a delicious cigar! What a delicious cigar! What a delicious cigar! Fantastic. I think it's time to celebrate a little more. Cheers. Wow. What a delicious cigar. I would dare to say a decadent cigar. Having the cigar fire on all cylinders, I really enjoyed the first time. It's even better this time. My palate's clean. This is the first cigar of the day. What do we got here? Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up, Rich?
Hey, you been to a gas station in Kansas?
What the fuck is that?
I
Does that
was at a
have like
gas station.
a holster or something? Or what?
Yeah, a sheath. It's got a sheath.
Yeah, it does?
Yeah.
Can't just carry that fucking thing
Well, it's
around
got a
town.
it's got a glass breaker too, so you can break glass or whatever. You know, crush fresh fruit, make a mojito.
See.
Bro, $18, man, in Kansas. The money goes
Yeah,
far over there.
that's cheap. $18. Wow.
Bro, I mean, come on, man. I mean, like, it's you could have like you could have like one Padron 64 or like this for the rest of your life. I mean, I'd say it's a good pound, maybe like 15, 14 ounces, almost a pound. It's a good amount of steel. Maybe a pound. Maybe I don't. I gotta weigh it. I gotta get a scale. So, do you weigh your Cuban cigars to see if they're fake?
All my cigars are real. I don't have to weigh them.
Here's the thing.
Is that thing
Wait,
sharp?
what's that?
Is it sharp?
Oh yeah, it's yeah. It cut the cap off. What else matters, right?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, cut my hair with it?
No, but sometimes they come not so sharp.
It's just Kansas we're talking about.
Yeah, gotta
Yeah,
cut the corn.
yeah, that's a 12-inch blade, man. I mean, that's impressive. I mean,
It's gigantic.
I mean, I would not want to get hit with that
Oh
because
yeah.
you bleed out fast. That's a big blade.
Yeah.
I feel like it's appropriate for the mountains or something. Maybe against a small bear, if that's all you got.
That'll help.
I mean, better than nothing.
Yeah.
You got to wait till it gets close, I guess.
Right in the eye.
Yeah. I was thinking more of the foot actually, because if they came close and you slash the bottom of their foot, now they can't put pressure on it. The day's over. Is what it is.
No bears in Brooklyn.
Well, that's a totally different topic. If you see some burly men looking to hang out, I don't judge. Hey, cheers to you. What are you smoking?
This is coming to the end of Padron, 1964. This one actually Dream Life sent me. It's one of his 3 aged Padrones.
And did you see how it changed the strength?
Yeah, it's definitely milder, but it's delicious.
Oh
Definitely.
no, dude! It's when I made that review, there's nothing bad I said about it. But
Very good.
it was a great cigar, but it didn't feel like a Padron. Meaning, the original intent, which is a little time on that cigar, changes a lot. Does that make any sense?
It smells and tastes like a Padron, but doesn't have that power.
Well, that's what I call a Padron experience. When people smoke a Padron, it's like Harley. Why do you like it? There are other bikes. There are other bikes that could be even better, right? But the experience of the Harley, the sound, the ride, right? The look. So Padron is not just about flavor, right? Because other cigars have flavor, Nicaragua. What is the Padron, though? It's the whole experience. You know what I'm saying? Padron from that first puff, you already know before you puff it, you're going to have an intense, like in your face, every puff, tons of flavor, long, heavy finish, very spicy black pepper. Um, I think Padron has some of the best black pepper notes and earth notes. I love the black pepper and earth on Padron.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
feels very raw. It feels very pure, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel dirty. Even like on a 64 is not as smooth as a 26, it never feels dirty. Now a 1000 definitely feels dirty, but it feels like a good dirty cigar. So I think everything Padron does, they do well in their what they're intending to be. You know what I'm saying? Like when I want a good semi-dirty, dark, earthy cigar, I love a 1000 Maduro. If you're in that kind of mood, like a rough sandpaper. You know what I'm saying though? Padron 1000 or 2000 Maduro, if you're in for an intense, uh, younger cigar where you're going to have more against the grain, I think those cigars have their place if you're in that kind of mood. If you're looking for a beautiful cigar, I don't think a 1000 for me is beautiful. But you get what I'm saying though? It kind of depends what you want. You want to show up in the limo or you want to show up in a dirty pickup truck. Either way, you can show up. You know? What would you rate that cigar? Can you hear me?
4.6, 4.7.
That good? Wow.
I'm a Padron fucking. Listen, I always said if I could only smoke one cigar the rest of my life, it would be Padron, 1964s. That would be the cigar I would choose. But it said you can only smoke one cigar the rest of your life. That's the cigar I would choose.
And you're not the first person that I ever heard say that. The guy that runs Gurkha, that's his favorite cigar. Around 64. And he was. And listen, you can say what you want about Gurkha, but the guy that's running it now, he's making much better blends. And he was born in Cuba, so if his favorite non-Cuban cigar is Padron 64,
That's funny.
I think that says something. You know what I'm saying? Though I
Yep.
think what I think about that guy, he does the best. Obviously, he has a good job. It's a great job. But within the realm of that brand, I think he's doing the best he could to try to take it from the dump. Because Gurkha, 5, 10 years ago, Gurkha was in the garbage. You know what I'm saying though? So he's trying to make it a more, to just make better blends. I don't know if they ever could restore their name. Do you think it's impossible to restore their name?
I think it's impossible. It's
No,
almost like a joke, you know.
cigar brands are always about heritage, and they've ruined their past.
Yeah, yeah. It makes a lot of sense because it has such a shit name. Everywhere you look, you know, in the groups among, they consider it like a fucking joke cigar. Like,
Listen,
oh, Gurkha, it's like the punchline, you know.
it used to be a joke. It really was.
Yeah.
And some, if they're still making the internet only, I see them on like Cigar International. The internet only ones are gone. But the Marquesa, Stella Reserves, um, the Nicaragua, um, I mean, those are made by Agrinosa or PDR. I mean, they're much better cigars than the old. But the problem is, like you said, and like I said, the heritage, like sins of the father, or in this case, sins of the previous president, the way he ran the company. And it is what it is. I think even though other people are making their cigars now from better companies and they're making better blends, as far as the internet only, it's a tough sell. I think it's going to forever be an entry brand for newbies that enjoy, and then they leave it because of social pressure and or experience. And for me, I get it. From my experience, there are better brands for you to save money. Because of social pressure, I don't care about that. If somebody makes fun of me, I like a Cellar Reserve. I'm telling you, I like Cellar Reserve. It's a good cigar. But there are guys that just, for example, if you're in a lounge, a Davidoff lounge, you're not going to light up any group. Is that just me?
It's also the reason that all these guys like the shitty Opus cigar. I forget who makes it. You know, it's because of all the social pressure. Oh, you gotta smoke Opus, Opus, Opus. And it's like the Gurkha's like the opposite of Opus.
So you're saying is Gurkha and Opus are the same or just on different spectrums? Gurkha's overhyped and I'm sorry, Opus is overhyped and Gurkha is overhated.
I don't. The perception, yeah.
Now, of course, these are not my opinions. I'm just expressing what you said.
Yeah.
Were you joking or were you serious about it?
No, I like Opus, but I'm just saying, like, it's the opposite of Opus. You know, they get the
I
complete
get
shit name, and Opus gets, you know, all the praise.
right. At the end of the day, Opus is still just a cigar. Okay, I get what you're saying on this. I have no problem paying MSRP for a regular Opus cigar. When it's
Absolutely.
$18 for a small Corona, okay. When it MSRP for a larger one, $25 for a Toro Torpedo, I think it's a fine cigar at that price. It's a luxury product. The problem is, most people will pay gouge, double, almost triple, and that I won't do. So I don't believe in the hype on that. As far as I will never pay double the price for a cigar. That's just me. But it is a great cigar. I love Opus, but to spend like $43 on a regular Opus, uh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
You know. Now, if you got the money like that, God bless. But still, even if you got the money like that, on principle, it's never going to be a $40, $50 cigar. I'm talking about regular Opus. Now, is the more higher end ones, are they worth the money? They're great cigars, some of the best cigars. But what I'm saying is, let's say the MSRP is 50 on like a high end Prometheus, but then you paid 90. Is it worth 90? Well, it's not because that's the factory even said it's not. Does that make any sense? So I think when things become collectible and there's a lot of hype, it's like an auction. 35, 40, 45, 40, 40, 45, 50, 54, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Guys, and anyway, if you got it like that, then God bless. The problem is, the more people pay the gouge, the more people are going to get. It's like, yeah, you're competing against the customer, but the owner's like, I know these motherfuckers will pay whatever I say. You know what I'm saying, though? So I don't know what we're talking about here, but if that makes any sense.
I think a lot of the Opus, you know, cross the line and become, you know, collectibles more than cigars for smokers. You know.
And I get that, but to me, that's such a place of sadness. It's like a Saudi king with like 100 Ferraris. They're never going to get driven, and it just sits there. You know what I'm saying? No, cigars were meant to be smoked. Now, if you got a large collection, God bless. But I hope you can smoke them. You know what I'm saying? No, because listen, we only have so much time, and whenever you die, if you die and you have 500, 1,000, 10,000 cigars, what's going to happen? You could have enjoyed them. Once you smoke a cigar, it lives forever in your mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You
It's
have
almost
that memory, that
like when you
experience.
smoke a cigar, you're releasing it into the spirit world where it's no longer bound by time. Where when a cigar is stuck in its physical state, it's bound by time. How old is it? How much time? How wet is it? How dry it is? Once you light that motherfucker up, right, it's going back to God. You know?
Yeah, I prefer to have the memory and the experience of smoking that cigar than to have it sit there for the rest of its life. You know?
Well, everyone has different views on it. Like, and I respect people's views. So some guys look at cigars and have fear of smoking it because they don't want to not have it. I look at that cigar as fear of not smoking it because then I might not ever have it. Because if I die tomorrow, or there's a flood in my apartment, or a thief breaks in and steals all my cigars, I should have smoked them when I could have. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
a
if one day you come home and there's fucking beetle holes in all your fucking Opus, now, oh well.
or one day you come home and there's someone else with the missus smoking your cigar. You know what I'm saying? No, and you just throw your whole humidor out the window in anger. You're like, or would that be worse? If you came home, I'm not saying you because obviously I'm not trying to get personal, but picture in a movie. Would it be worse for the guy in the movie to come home, catch his wife, whatever, or come home and some other guy smoking your cigar and you know the deed's already done, but now this guy's smoking with Padron? What would hurt you more?
Sitting there with the fucking Bahike in his mouth.
In your lazy boy and you know what I'm saying? No? No, Dream Life. We're not talking about you. I'm sorry, kids. Bro, you smoke a lot of your cigars, man.
Dream Life's a smoker. He burns the cigars for sure.
God bless. For buying a
Yeah.
lot of cigars. And me and him were talking on the phone before, and just talking about just where you are in your life. Like in 5 years, when my child support is done, like yeah, then I can have a lot more expensive cash stock cigars. But in this case, with that happier or more sad, I think I'm content where I am at. The bottom line is, even though I don't have a lot of cigars, I'm always smoking cigars. I have a cigar channel. I'm making a video every night. So whether you have 20 or 30 in your humidor, I'm making a video every night. So you get what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like you can have 100 guns in the safe, but when you're out in the real world, all that matters is the gun in your hip. And if someone's going to rob you or try to kill you, you can't go, oh, well, I had like 40 guns in my safe. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So it's almost like you smoke your best shit.
I agree. I fucking agree.
I feel like when I'm smoking cigars, I'm in tune with other cigar smokers. Whereas, like, imagine if you took like a month off, if you feel out of it, you almost would forget all of your experience, right? You ever take like a month or 2 months off, or it gets really,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, didn't you feel disconnected?
Recently, I took off for like 3 or 4 months, like last year, and I still have the group to watch, so I wasn't that out of touch.
It's a nice band. Now look at that. You want to
Yeah, I
black
gotta
line?
get into these vintage Macanudos. They look nice.
Dude, they're phenomenal, especially if you want more flavor than strength. But the
Yeah.
vintage 2013 has been the strongest one. Right now it's a heavy medium plus, but dude, picture a decadent rich chocolate. It feels like right now, like I was planning, a really nice high end Christmas holiday popcorn with chocolate drizzle, a little salt, buttery. If you were drinking a rich, nice coffee with just a little splash of cream in it, you're eating the popcorn, that coffee, a little cream. Dude, so it's and if you like a little chart of what was going on. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a nice bouquet of flavor. You know? And if you really think about it, a bouquet of flowers is a cigar. The vase is the shape of the cigar. And what you put in the vase is the profile. You know what I'm saying, though? With the kind of tobacco, kind of flowers. You could have a single rose. Maybe that would be like not even a pequeño, saying, though. You could have a dozen roses, and then a small vase, big vase. You know, you get what I'm trying to say. So, a cigar is like a bouquet of flowers. What combination do you want? Now, I think the one thing we see the least amount is the same, meaning how often would you see a cigar with all the same tobacco? I mean, the same, not even like, you can say, oh, it's a Puro. Bullshit. I mean, the same exact fucking tobacco. Like, that's not really possible because how would you use the same wrapper? Okay, I'm not even saying, oh, well, they use the same plant. This for the wrapper, this for the
It's not
film. No,
about the same exact leaf. No.
I don't think it's possible.
No.
Like, if you used all the hair, the same plant, same region. I mean, and the same year, like the same, like all of it. So picture like single cast. I mean, like I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's, that's gonna be almost impossible to do, or very hard. It wouldn't be a balance, and it might have a very bad burn because
The
yeah,
construction would be fucked. Yeah.
yeah, they use different. So in that case, what is a puro? So what if you said, okay, the same crop, but you could use all the different levels. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so that would help it out a little bit, make it easier. But um, like a single cask, single malt Scotch, because you got single malt, but single malts are not single cask. Single cask is even more expensive, and harder to do. So, and I'm not saying it'll make it a better cigar. So if that's the case, if some of the best cigars are blends from around the world, then why do guys hate so much on blended Scotch? Like, there's some really high-end blended scotches that I think are phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I think they're. I don't. Is it true they're making blended bourbons now too, or not?
Blended bourbon.
I thought I saw that in Kansas because
I
no
mean,
reason.
this. I don't know if legally you can call it a bourbon, but there's so much variation now. It's ridiculous. But a
No, but
blended bourbon.
4 different bourbons blended it. Could that be a blended Kentucky bourbon?
I don't think you can call it a bourbon. I think it'd just be a whiskey.
Well, as long as it's all still Kentucky bourbon.
I forget the law.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, there's some really great blends. Like one of the best blended whiskey I ever had was Japanese Hibiki 10-year-old. I don't even think they make it anymore. But it was the best blended whiskey I ever had.
Jack,
It was amazing tasting.
See, so when you say a blend of anything, it could be phenomenal or it could be really shitty. And generally speaking, though, when it comes to, say, scotch, a lot of the cheaper scotches are blended because it's just cheaper to get whatever leftovers they didn't sell in their single malts and blend them together. I get that. But like a cigar, I mean, there's different levels of blends, different levels of blended scotch. And for example, like Johnny Green is a blend of only single malts. There's no grain whiskey. There's no, I guess, filler in a sense. That's a fantastic scotch, 15-year scotch. And Johnny Green really sells out fast. They don't make that much of it. That people that like single malts generally like Johnny Green because it's the simplest of the Johnny Green of Johnny Walker because it's only 4 scotches and no grain whiskey. There's blended with Scotch whiskey, and then there's blended like malt Scotch, which like where it's a blend of only single malts, no grain whiskey. Does that make? And I don't know what the legal definition of grain whiskey is. Is that like a filler? I don't know. So
Chivas is really good. It's a really good blend. I really
yeah,
like Chivas.
Ball on the Rocks is fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, she was 18, even better.
The Chivas 18 is outstanding.
Yeah,
It's really good.
and I think there's a higher one that I have. Does it go up to 25?
I forget. Chivas probably.
Yeah, people drinking Shivers 12. It's fantastic. Um, I'll tell you what, I like Lemon 10. I'm just going to do a nice, simple, sweet scotch. Lemon 10 is a very easy going, happy scotch. Um, I like Glenfiddich 12 over Glenlivet 12, but I like them both. I prefer the Glenfiddich. Most guys I know prefer Glenlivet, but I'm not sure what's due to advertising. I don't know why. Why do people perceive Glenlivet as higher end than Glenfiddich? I think they're about the same. But to me, it's just about the blend. However, though, I like Glenlivet 18 better than Glenfiddich 18. Glenlivet 18. You ever had Glenlivet 18?
I've had almost every Glenlivet. Yeah.
Dude, that's a serious Glenlivet. I feel like you get the most of your money on that, meaning any higher, yeah, it's going to get even better. But like back then, it was $90. Glenlivet 18 is fine. Like, holy shit. Like, me and my old boss in construction, I was an electrician, we used to drink that at work. You know? We used to drink it at work in his trailer. Like, I was his go to guy, and he'd send me on errands or send me to move things that he didn't want anyone else to see, and I'll just leave it at that. And because he trusted me, and we'd always have scotch back then. And we would smoke cigars too. Back then, I had my Cuban connection. He'd buy boxes of Cubans, and we'd be smoking cigars, single six, drinking Glenlivet. Dude, that was a good job. That was a look back at that, man. Those were some glory days. And I'll tell you on the phone the things I used to move from. I mean, we're talking about, I'm not talking about anything illegal. Okay? My point is, though, but he wanted to keep all the profit. I'll leave it at that. And he'd give me a nice piece of it. But he trusted me. Point is, dude, yeah, Glenn Levitt and cigars at work. I feel like if people got to have scotch and a cigar at work with their boss, that would show a sign that the boss respects you, and the people would work so much harder for that boss. Like in the middle of the day, by 12 o'clock, it's like, guys, come on in. Take 45 minutes, have a Corona size cigar, and have one nice scotch. You're telling me you wouldn't bust your ass for that guy?
Yeah.
And if he said, if I ever catch a job, though, If I ever catch you slacking, the party stops. The guy fucks up. You know what I'm saying? Though? What are we talking about here? How much it really costs them? You know? $10 a day per person for a little scotch and per person. But that one worker though could throw out how much equipment. Fuck you. I knew guys back in the day that they didn't like bosses. Let's say they had wire nuts. They would just throw wire nuts, box of wire nuts in the dumpster, and then they would just, oh yeah, we need more supplies. How are we out of wire nuts? I don't know. I don't. And each box of wire nuts, let's say it costs you $50. You times that over a year of construction. That guy could cost you 50 grand. You know what I'm saying? Though? Guys are fucking you. Or just guys taking home material in the lunchbox. You never know. And so when you have a boss that respects the people, you're really saving the company. That's my opinion. But like nobody, imagine Walmart, the workers, attention Walmart shoppers. All of our workers will be gone for a half hour for their Glenlivet 18. We'll be back in 30 minutes. Like, it's never going to happen.
I used to work in a hotel when I first started cooking, and big hotel in Manhattan, and the chef there used to give us come by with a whole bunch of Heinekens and put them in the refrigerator right where we're working. Yeah. And then we drink them out of like the metal mixing, the metal shaker fucking thing at the bar. It'd be ice cold Heineken because we're sweating our balls off back there.
It tasted so good, and you have
work. So good. Then he would come and say, "Anthony, come with me. I gotta show you something." And he'd take me like into the pastry shop that was all closed up for the day. And we go into the freezer, and he'd pull out a fucking joint. Say, "Hey, he's like, kid, we're gonna smoke this joint now." And we'd smoke a joint in the fucking pastry shop, in the pastry freezer, the giant walk-in freezer, because the smell like just disappears.
Yeah.
And they say, "All right, back to work." Back to where I walk out of there, fucking. Ugh. But he's a great guy, and whatever he needed to get done, got done.
Yeah, a little bit of lubricant keeps the parts from squeaking. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man. I mean, those days are over now. Though there's too many cameras. You can't drink the water. That party's over.
Yep.
Party's over. This cigar for me right now is a 4.7. It's a phenomenal cigar. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's a beautiful cigar. Like if you like Ace Maduro or Hemingway's signature Maduro, Hemingway classic, like a short story or a work of art with the Maduro version, you'll love this. It's beautiful.
I have to put this shit down. So
I can't believe you haven't tried this one.
The Macanudo? Yeah, I'm gonna order.
Oh shit! Look at that. That's dude. Well, I'm drinking right now. Not the Ashbush, a little buzzed.
I'm gonna order some when I'm going to Florida in a couple of days, so I don't want to order stuff and then have it just sit here when I'm not home. So
I'm not even
when I get back,
give myself a pass on that. I've been drinking some Maker's Mark. It is what it is.
That's a great affordable bourbon.
Yeah. I'm not, dude. I had a long day. I spent 7 hours in the car. I bought this at a gas station, and it's been a long day. And I'm going to tell you what I was going to say. Before that fell, I was going to say, as I normally say, I feel like the ash wants to go pretty soon. But and then you're going to say, oh, I just said it because it fell. No, it was about to be time. But my senses, normally when I say, oh, it's time for the ash to go, I go like this, and it goes right off. My senses are that's what happens when you're drinking. And I'm not going to say I have a nice little buzz right now. And it is what it is. I'm not Richie on point right now. I'm off duty. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, I think I'll have another little nip. You know what I'm saying? Cheers to you, man.
Cheers, buddy. That's one of the few wheat bourbons that are out there.
Really?
Yeah. So it has a sweeter. That's why it has a sweeter taste. It's made mostly from wheat as opposed to corn.
And there is a higher level too, right? This Maker's Mark, what is it, 51? What's the higher one?
46.
40 more expensive, right?
That's really nice. Yeah, it's not crazy expensive, but it's beautiful. Then they got the Maker's cast strength. They have a bunch of different kinds now. 46 is really nice.
Oh, I mean, doing pretty
Can't go
good.
wrong.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you what, man, it's fun. Especially because I don't drink it anymore. I really don't.
Yeah,
So, when's the last time you see Richie drinking a whiskey bottle?
yeah. I don't remember.
It is what it is.
I haven't had a drink in a while either. I don't really drink anymore at all.
No, I can't. But after the weekend I had, driving to Kansas and back, I'll tell you what, man, driving 7 hours each way is stressful. And it wasn't a scenic drive. You saw the drive. Did you watch the video I posted about Kansas? Dude, there's nothing out there. There's nothing
I,
out
I tried to watch it. It wouldn't load. I kept trying. It wouldn't load. I don't know. It's like a YouTube issue, and then I had to do some other shit, so I didn't get a chance to watch it.
there. All right. Just tell Richie to go fuck himself. Dude, that you spoke that to the no. That's below the
That's
no.
about it. That's about it.
Dude, I don't know how you
Maybe,
can
maybe one more.
one more. Don't smoke. You want to choke on the cigar.
No, I can't move.
Nice. You got
That's it.
another 10 minutes.
Ow.
You burned yourself. Yeah,
That's
that was getting close.
Uh, I always do it. I usually smoke cigars pretty much. That barber pole I had yesterday, I threw it out. I had like that much left, another 25 minutes probably. It sucked.
I thought Dream Life was smoking the barber pole. That was you smoking the barber pole?
Yeah, yeah.
No, because sometimes when I'm reading the group chat, I don't see the name. I thought Dream Life was smoking it. What was the name of that cigar? Guilty Hooligans?
No, it's a 2012
That's the guy who makes the.
Oscar. Oscar.
See what though? I liked the regular Oscars. What do you call it? Like the Corojo. What is that called? The Oscar Leaf. Those I don't have a problem with. It's a nice mid-tier cigar. Not that strong, but the Oscar Leaves, I don't come back to it, but I can't see anything bad about those cigars. The 2012s, what are they called? 20 something.
Yeah, it's 2012.
I'll tell you what, man. I smoked one of those years ago. I didn't like it. I
I
didn't
didn't
like
like it either.
it. I'd be dead serious. I thought it was boring. Was it boring for you?
It was unpleasant. Like it was pretty bitter. It was like a weird cigar because it's like it doesn't know what it wants to be with the two wrappers. And I got down and I was like, what am I fucking? I'm not enjoying this. I just dumped it, and
And
then I lit up. What's that?
did it ruin your palate?
No, well, I lit up one of the Cuban farm rolls I got, a Robusto. I got to get you some of these because they're fucking excellent. Ask Dream Life. He's got some too. They're fucking really good and stronger than I remembered. Really nice, and only $14 a piece.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
There's no name of the cigar. Farm roll.
Yeah, there's it's a Urandi, so he's a roller. He's popular in the groups. He's a Cuban farmer who happens also to be a midget, and makes great cigars.
I mean, all respect. I mean, hey, it's what it is. Wow, it's a good blend, huh? It's strong.
It's really nice, really good. Dream Life's addicted to them.
He posted some on Facebook. He said he really liked it. I think.
Yeah, I tell you, it's true though. I agree with him. But he said, like, you smoke one, and the next night comes around, you're like, oh, I want to smoke another one. And the next night comes around, oh, I want to smoke another one. It has that appeal to it.
It has repeat value.
Yeah, it calls you back.
That's a huge factor, which you can't tell by first time smoking cigar or by flavor. Then it's kind of like the difference between a one night stand and making something to your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you know what? I want to come back. And so what you're saying it's better than a good cigar where it's just a one night stand. Like or once a month. You really like it's a box worthy cigar for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Has a flavor that you want to keep smoking them. They're really good this time.
Is it classic
So
or does it have any sweetness to
no, it's not a sweet cigar. Classic Cuban. Yes, see, Dream Life says they're soaked in crack. I'm convinced because it just calls back to you.
it? That sounds
So
interesting.
yeah, really nice, really nice.
That sounds interesting.
I keep posting in the group if guys want to, go in on a bundle. It's not a lot of money. You get a little, you get a little off if you buy the whole bundle. Ship them out to everybody. We'll see.
How much is a bundle? How many cigars?
It's 25 cigars at 14 a piece. And then it takes off like $20 if you buy the whole bundle, something like that.
Makes it in Cuba?
What's that?
Makes it in Cuba or here?
Makes them in Cuba.
Right. So yeah, he's got his little side. So,
He sells a lot of cigars.
so what I'm saying, but it's true Cuban tobacco. No way it's fake.
Oh no, no, no. It's you could tell. It's easy to see. It's plain to see. Really good.
Yeah, I don't think I ever tried a Cuban farm roll.
Well, I think I sent you some Cuban custom rolls, but I wouldn't. I would say they weren't considered farm rolls, though. I couldn't say they were farm rolls because it was a factory roller who was rolling them, but I couldn't find out where the tobacco was coming from. He just got it wherever he can get it from.
Now, how does the Cuban guy ship them out? Because is Cubans want the mail to America?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, they find a way.
Exactly.
And
Somebody
then the guy,
bring it to
the guy
Miami.
selling them, I don't know if he's having them shipped to him. I couldn't say for sure, but he's Cuban, the family in Cuba, so they're coming and going. He's coming and going all the time.
I wonder how he gets his tobacco.
Well, this guy's a farmer.
So they're allowed to sell a certain.
Listen, do they know exactly how much he's grown? Exactly how much he's grown?
And I'm sure the people that how do you say the government is to be bought off too. Oh yeah, he gave us everything.
And I'm sure the other farmers see, he's getting 14 to 16 bucks a cigar, American money. So maybe if he needs more tobacco
Yeah, he's
from a
yeah.
different farmer,
Because even if it's costing them $2, $3 of material, his labor is himself. He's making money off this.
that's a nice chunk of change in Cuba.
Yeah, even if you're making 20 cigars a day, I mean, it's a lot of money over there. Let's
It's a
say a
lot of money.
profit, he could make it $8 a cigar.
Yeah.
You're making a couple $100 a day in Cuba. You can live pretty good over there.
I mean, he's selling a lot of, he's selling hundreds of bundles. I mean, a lot of cigars.
He's got to have somebody else helping him out. He can't make it himself, can he?
I don't know. I don't know if he rolls them all. Probably not.
Wow.
Probably not. They probably got a whole system going down there.
But in this case, maybe that's the only way to get a good Cuban at a reasonable price. It's very reasonable, $14 for a Cuban cigar.
Right.
And they work. No problems in the draw.
Excellent draw.
And
Excellent.
no way it's a fake. So that's like the trifecta. The reasonable price is under $20. They work, and there's no way it's a fake. What's not to love about that? Whereas the other way around, you could be buying from Switzerland, maybe get a fake, and if it's real, maybe it doesn't work, and you're spending what, $50 a stick.
Yeah, everything now is like any of the popular brand Robusto and up is fucking $20 or more. You know. Dreamline smoked 5 since Friday.
That's a good validation for this question. Um, how'd you find out?
What's that?
How'd you find out about him?
Oh, I've known about him for years. He's popular in the groups, in my Facebook group. I have two different guys who sell his cigars, and the other groups I'm in, they sell some of his cigars. I actually contacted him directly to try. I was going to buy bundles and sell them at cost to my group, but like he doesn't speak English much really, so it was like impossible to communicate with him. You know, I just gave up. I said, "Fuck this."
Say, yo quiero 25 cigars para.
It was impossible. It was
You
impossible.
say, para 14 monedas for $14. I don't know. I think you understand. You start talking about numbers. You say you want 500 cigars. That's what it is. You know what? Why don't you have Josh talk to him?
Yeah.
Right there, it's medium full in the last third. Picks up. It's such a beautiful cigar. So much chocolate. It feels kind of like a less strong Liga number 9. That makes sense. It's a beautiful cigar. Picture of a Liga number 9 more age. It wasn't designed to be as strong, as heavy, but still not a cigar. You know what I'm saying? Though, it's a great stick. It's a great stick. I have not.
Yeah. We just smoked the Liga the other day. I really like that cigar a lot. That's a really fucking good, no bullshit cigar.
No, and I think my issue I had years past. I went back to them when I reviewed one, and it was good, but I'm going back a long time. But I didn't understand. Wasn't focused on how wet the cigar was. And I would buy it right from the lab. That was wet. Smoke it, and that cigar you don't want to have a leak of because with that wrapper being so thick. You know what I'm saying though? If your Liga number 9 is really wet, you're not getting the full potential.
Yeah, definitely.
That's any cigar, but the darker and heavier the wrapper is, if it's too wet, that combustion, it's really. You got work in the morning.
Yeah, I gotta run.
Yeah,
It's getting late here. I gotta, I have my own live stream to start, so I can't hang out here all day.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I appreciate that. Hey, thank you.
Joking.
To have another celebrity on the show, I mean, to boost my rate.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll never, I would never stream when you're on. It's just to fill in the gap when Richie's not around. The guys want some entertainment.
Happy you guys are doing it.
Yeah.
No, but
Actually, tomorrow I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna smoke the Stolen Throne, the new one.
the thing about that
Supposedly, it's gonna happen anyway.
But it's a link. It's not like it's live on YouTube. You can only join in privately.
It goes live on YouTube, yeah, but I'm not running it through YouTube.
What I'm saying is, no one on YouTube can watch it unless you have a private link, correct? No.
I don't even know. I think so, because yeah, it's on.
So you can rewatch the old episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right, so then it is open.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a channel, and but I do it through the StreamYard, so I can't give people wrenches and all of that.
Hey, it's your own thing. I'm happy for you. I mean, I join when I can with the comments, and I watch it a lot. It's a fun time.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see if I can come on my break, but when I'm outside, I got to be careful because I'm at work.
Yeah. If you could ever come on, I think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah. It'd be nice to be part of the group.
Yeah.
So you can talk to more than one person.
Yeah, it's easy for me because I can't sit there and talk like you. I don't have that ability really to with you and just chat.
That's with time, but also it is. I could do a live by myself.
Right.
Hard to keep it fun and interesting and bring up whatever. But yeah, it is what it is with that. So the Padron 64 is one of your go-tos as far as if you could only have one, because it covers all the bases.
Exactly.
It's a high-quality cigar. It's not crazily priced for a high-quality cigar. Now, it's not a cheap cigar, but it's readily available. And compared to Cubans or like Davidoff's, online, what, $14, $15, right?
Right.
What do you pay for a Padron?
Yeah, online for a 64, you're looking at $15, and then 14, 15, and then up.
It's not a cheap cigar, but if you look at it as a luxury cigar, it's very affordable.
Yeah, and it's always reliable. You don't have to worry about any bullshit.
Yeah, there's no bullshit. It's a full power experience. Um, I prefer the 26, but I'll say this: with a difference in cost,
Right.
and you get a small cigar for more money on a 26, the 64 pound for pound gives you more for money, and it is stronger in my opinion. However, though, I still prefer the 26. I love the profile better. That being said, though, 64 gives you a lot, and it's more exciting. Where I find the 26 more beautiful. You still smoke the 26?
It's actually been a while, so I gotta get some. I
You know
gotta
what?
get some. It's been a while.
6 is the small. You get a small little time. What is it, like 4 inches? Or was it 4.5 by like 48? It's small.
Oh yeah, number 35. That one.
Dude, it's like 40 minutes ahead of it. You know, and in that size, it's a lot stronger. Once you go with a bigger 26, it really calms it down compared to that little size.
Yeah, that's a great little cigar.
Yeah, maybe one night we could all smoke that together.
Sure, that'd be great.
Be a cool night. Like, you know, I don't know what night we could do. We could do it. I could skip it on my lives. We could do it like on a Saturday or Sunday night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, up to you. Up to you.
Maybe we'll try to plan that together. You know,
Sure.
the dog's still.
That's.
Um, he's sleeping now with the missus, but he's very happy to have the companionship. You know, it's like a little baby's thing. But it's a funny dog. It jumps around and he's a funny character. Like he likes to eat. Holy shit, this little dog. Totally different. A male Chihuahua, like he's more aggressive and like he attacks food. Like it's funny. Like he eats horse. Like
How old is he?
2 months.
Holy shit. Yeah. Wow.
He's a cute little dog. He's got a really cute face. He's much more cuter looking dog than the old one. There's different like kinds of Chihuahuas, and this one's like a purebred. Like the person she bought it from, like certified with the AKC and like everything they do. Like you don't cut any corners and like it's a very reputable seller, and hence the price $1,500 for Chihuahua. But he's if something's gonna last 15, 17 years, it's a high quality product. He's very happy. He likes to run around and jump. I can't believe how runs around so fast. He was nervous yesterday when we first got him. We brought him home.
Sure.
He realized like he's home now, and he's just like this is the bathtub. He tried to jump in the bathtub, and then he tried to eat our pizza. He tried to get to everything. He's just good. It's like a good energy, you know. It's like so. I wanted a real dog. She paid for it. It's her dog. I'm not paying for it, so she's buying the food. So yeah, good choice. And she's like, "Oh, you can still get a bigger dog." I'm like, "I'm not going to get like a Rottweiler now, and you have a Chihuahua, and we're going to get one bedroom apartment. The thing will kill that dog, you know."
Little dogs are a lot easier to take care of.
Especially in the park, because
Yeah.
this thing doesn't shed. It's like
Right.
like he has the wee wee pad. You know, he went around with a wee wee pad, but the thing like pooped. It's like this
It's
big.
tiny.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. You can like pick up a napkin and just throw the toilet bowl. You have a
Right.
little Rottweiler in a park. Horse shits, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life together, man. I'll work with you, man. Yeah, definitely good. He was. Once he got home and he knows this, and I'm gonna have him on the channel. I'm gonna have him like I'll put him in my shirt and just let him keep his head here. So he's a good dog. Let's see if I can take him out here now. I'll show him next time. got up, but it's a little late now. But I'll
Nice.
bring him on the show. Well, man, you have a great night. You have a good week.
All right, bud. I'm at work Monday and Tuesday, tomorrow and Tuesday, and then I'm leaving Wednesday. Maybe I'll join your live stream or do my own from Florida. We'll see. Who the hell knows?
Florida, whatever you're doing, enjoy it. But it might be a little hard for me to join during the week, but like Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, Friday might be a little late for you. I got to work at 30, 11. But if you want to do a Saturday block or something, do that. That'd be fun, you know?
Yeah, it'd be great to have everybody on together. That'd be cool.
Yes. Plan it out so that way, because what the guys got to get invited. How's that work?
Yeah, once I start I put the link in the group, and then when you click the link, I get a notification on the screen. I just put you into the studio, put you on.
I've been getting reminders, like it did tell me tomorrow you're going live.
Yeah, because like I said, it goes through YouTube. So yeah, and I can have six people on.
That's cool. You can have 6 people or 2 guys and 1 BBW. You got to make jokes.
All right.
You got to make jokes.
All right, Rich.
Hey, take care of yourself, all right?
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure, buddy.
Stay fresh, right? Yeah, and I change, but I had to do what I had to do. It's easier for me to take care of her. I can make her breakfast and lunch with the second shift, take care of the house. You know, it's easier for me to wake up and do all the laundry or food shopping and clean the house and do everything. If I had to get up at 5 in the morning and then come home at 3:30 and then do all that stuff after a long day, you know, it's just worked out better. Plus, this is more money for the same job, so it works out. It works out. Hey man, I'll see you around, brother.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Peace out. Take care. I'm going to end it on this. 4.7 on this. What a beautiful cigar. I have nothing bad to say about it. A delicious 75% darkness cigar. Long finish. Now the finish is heavier in the last third. Nothing bad to say about it. The Macanudo Vintage Maduro 2013. Definitely a great cigar. The 4.7. Definitely check it out. Definitely make sure they're not too wet. Leave it out for a day or two, and you don't want to smoke these too wet. And when this thing's combusting, like this one's combusting so much better because I let it sit out for 2 days. The flavor is so decadent and delicious, and very smooth. So it's definitely a higher level for Macanudo than a classic Macanudo, and nothing bad to say about it. So appreciate General sending that. Coming back to a cigar the second time, I think, is a good thing to come back and really see, you know, was it a fluke or was it even better this time, you know? It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. And you got to see Richie on a rare night drop my ash, which I never do, but I am drinking a little of that whiskey. And so I'm having a good time. And I had a long road trip and I am tired. I'm just mentally tired because 500 miles in a car with a Chihuahua in the cornfields. It is not a good time. It is boring as hell. It is boring as hell. And it was not an exciting road trip. It just felt like you were driving in Field of Dreams, you know, over and over and over again. So I wish everyone here the best. Stay fresh. Tents for camping, no cigars in prison, and use high quality soaps. Drink more water, cut out your soda, and cut down those chicken nuggets. Big Mac, heart attack. See you around.